Gearbest kindly sent me the Furibee VR01 goggles for FPV. Now, I've never really been big into the FPV things because I actually fly line of sight very sort of happily, but I've got into it very recently. So I dug these out and I've really enjoyed using them. I'm going to run through a few bits and pieces of them, why I enjoy them, and the little mods I've done to it as well. So first of all, it actually has two antennas. So you've got a patch antenna here and you've got omnidirectional here, which is really good. And I don't know whether it chooses which one to use or it just uses the stronger one. I'm not too sure what the setup is, but to be honest, they work really well. I've not had any problems. I don't fly very long distances away. I just enjoy playing around the garden, to be perfectly honest. But I do have a large garden with lots of trees. The signal, I've never had a problem with it actually. It's been really good. The quick run through everything, you get a power cable with it, and it also comes with another cable, which is this one for video in, but you wouldn't want to sit and watch a film on it or anything like that. They're not that good a quality, but they're ideal for FPV as far as I'm concerned. They work really well. Yeah, your buttons and everything, you've got your search button here, so you just press that and it auto searches, and it's got 40 channels, including race channels as well. If you want to do it manually, you can move the bands there, and then you've got another button here for the actual individual channels, and then this takes you into the actual control for the menus, and I'll run through that in a minute when we're actually power them up. What I've done as the first mod is the cable hangs down all over the place, and most people strap the battery onto here. I actually stuck it in my pocket, just left the cable nice and long, stuck it in my pocket, and it worked really well. Took all the weight off the actual goggles, made them much more comfortable to wear. But had a word with the good lady, and she said, why don't we just put a little stitch in here, bound this all up here, and then what I've done is just bung a bit of Velcro onto the back, which this actual strap goes to the back of your head, slap your battery on there, and then all the weight comes to the back. Now the difference that makes in wearing them is phenomenal, because it's basically taken all the weight to the back and it just takes all the weight off the front, which makes them really comfortable. I can't emphasize that enough. They're not uncomfortable goggles, but with this mod it's made them, I can literally fly all day long if I'm allowed to, and they're really good, really comfortable. The actual goggles themselves come with this foam already inserted, and this is really comfortable, and I can even wear this with my glasses, but I'm going to show you why I don't wear it with my glasses in a second. But what I also did was, this is a little bit of rubber here, because I was finding when I was flying and it was early in the morning and it was cold, I was getting it misting up, and it was causing a little bit of a problem. It hasn't got any fans or anything to actually duck that away. They're not expensive, so you wouldn't expect that. So this is a bit of rubber I use it on loads of different quad applications. It's basically off a mountain bike. It's the rubber tubing on crossbars and on the handlebars, etc., just to stop you really damaging yourself. And I find it really good. Stuck it on with a bit of double-sided, with super glue, and it's there. And my nose just sits into here, and then as I breathe, nothing mists up. And I haven't had it mist up since, and I've been flying in some cold conditions. So onto the actual viewing itself. It's really good, really nice and clear. And my glasses that I use are varial focus. So at the top here, they're for my distance viewing, and at the bottom, they're for close-up. Now, as soon as I pop them into goggles, I always have a problem because I should be looking through the bottom bit, but there's no way I'm going to be able to look through that bottom bit and look into the actual goggles themselves. So what I came up with was, I went and bought myself a really cheap pair, and these were literally £1 in the pound shop. In the UK, I don't know what they call the budget shops in America and around the world. But basically, these are +3 on the focus, and they just suit my eyes. It's because I can't focus close up very well. I have a friend that's used these, and he says they're absolutely fine to him. And I have another friend, neither of them wear glasses, and he said he finds this out of focus. So these things are a little bit of a fiddle around to get them to work perfectly for you. I'm talking literally seeing the pixels in there. But what I did was just literally pop that into there. Then you could actually wear them, but I actually find them slightly uncomfortable. So what I did was pop them in, hot glued them into position, so that sits nicely on the bridge of my nose, and it's perfect for me. But if somebody wants to have a go with them or anything else, because the hot glue doesn't really like this plastic too much, and I haven't roughed it up to make it grip any better, I can just simply pop them back out again. So now they're for anyone who doesn't need glasses and close-up adapters, and then I can pop this in, and then that's for me, and I can wear them no problem at all. And literally I can see every single pixel in there, so the clarity is superb. I'm really impressed with the actual quality for what they are. They're not a pair of fat sharks, obviously, but they're not £300 either. You're looking around £40 to buy these. Okay, onto the batteries, and as you notice, I put on one here. This is a 1200 milliamp hour. This is a 2-cell. Now it can take 2 or 3 cell. It can actually take from 7 volts up to 23 volts, so you could actually run it off more or less a truck battery if you wanted to, though you would need a lot more Velcro to hold it at the back of your head. The 2 or 3 cell they reckon is optimum, and all you need is a JST connector. Just make sure you get red to red, obviously. The JSTs, you can actually force them in the other way around, and that will just wipe off your goggles before you even get going. You don't get a battery with it, so you need to either use one of the ones you've got, or you need to order it when you're actually ordering your goggles. Okay, so I've turned everything on, and to change the bands, the individual bands, you simply press this one here, and as you can see that goes up through the bands. And it's actually on A18. I'm going to take it back off that. And then if you want to change the individual channels, you simply press this one, and as you can see it's scrolling through the channels. And then to actually get it to auto search, simply press this button here, and then it will auto search through. Not quite got it, I don't think. And again, sort of ghosting channels, I would imagine. Even that one is as well, though that one looks quite good. If you want to alter the menus, simply hold down the menu button, and then as you can see you then get access to the full menu, the changes you want to do, and use the channel and the band button to go up and down basically, and then scan through to any alterations you want to make. You can either click out on the exit or just leave it a couple of seconds and it soon goes off. If you want to use the AV in, you simply press the button very quickly, a quick press, and then it will get you into that AV area. And then to come back, again, one quick press and you're back on your FPV.